It's your girl Shantia, aka THEROYALTIA, back at it again with another video for you guys. So I know today's Friday, and yeah, I did not upload a video yesterday, and yesterday was just a very I'm not going to say overwhelming, but yesterday was just definitely a day of thinking and getting my thoughts together and all that good stuff. So I'm so sorry I left y'all hanging. It's my first time like not uploading for a whole day since I've started with this whole uploading everyday thing. So I do apologize about that. And I do appreciate the people who reached out like, hey girl, like where's the video? Yeah, you know, so you know we're gonna do the video now. So you know Thursdays are supposed to be for my real self reflections, and what we were going to be reflecting on was my Wednesday. And Wednesday was just a very emotional, overwhelming day for me. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into that now. Wait, but before we get into it, don't forget to go ahead and like this video. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and turn on the post notification bell. And if you do want to be shouted out in the beginning of my channel, just use the hashtag TheRoyalBabes on either Instagram or Twitter. And yeah, I toggle between the two, and then your face would be like here or here, whichever side is like the most spacious for me to give you a shout out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this video now. Okay. So, as y'all already saw by the title of today's video, basically I'm just going to be talking about not giving up, because it is very important not to give up, especially when it's due to resistance or things aren't going your way. Okay, you guys, so y'all know I'm gonna be as open and as transparent as possible. Wednesday was a very hard, very rough day for me. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Because sometimes when you know what you're supposed to be doing in life and you're moving in the right direction, the right direction of your calling and your purpose, it can be very overwhelming. It is heavy, it is a weight, right? But not only that, the resistance that you get, even though you know it's something that you're supposed to be doing, like you feel it deep down on the inside of you, like, yes, like this is God, this is what you're supposed to be doing. But in the midst of you trying to get stuff done and getting stuff accomplished, every single little thing that could possibly go wrong is going wrong. And my hand's bleeding again, because I ended up cutting my hand like the other day when I was like cooking or whatever, and the cut just kind of busted back open. But back to what I was saying, just staying focused. And it's kind of hard because when you know you're supposed to be doing something, and you know, like, okay, like this is like a part of my call, like this is like the journey that I'm supposed to take, like I know, like I heard God clearly, and I know like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm supposed to be going this route in life. But when you start making steps and it's just kind of like you are literally getting punched, swung on like every 0.00001 second, and it's like, why is everything going wrong? Like, especially like when you finally have your self-discipline and you're like, okay, this is what I need to do. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna execute. Boom, 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 boom. But it's like, it gets so hard. I might want to sit here and lie to y'all. Like Wednesday, I nearly almost gave up twice. I was having so many issues with what I was working on. When I sit here and tell y'all, I was to the point, like I was so frustrated that I was literally crying. Like it was just so much frustration. I'm not even gonna say like I was like angry, frustrated. It was just so frustrating because I knew everything was out of my control. And I knew there was nothing I could do, and I was just sitting here and I was crying, and I'm like, you know what, forget this. Like maybe I just didn't hear God's voice, right? Maybe like this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. But then I remembered, you know, a thief doesn't break into an empty house, right? And what I mean by that, I know that there's so much on the inside of me. And that's one thing you have to realize. There's so much on the inside of you, and you wouldn't have so much resistance when you're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? When you know, like you heard God's voice, when you know, like this is your passion and what you're supposed to be doing in life, or one of the things that you're supposed to be doing in life. But still, it's just, you know, like the enemy, he doesn't want us to win, right? and he wants us to be set up and to give up and to curse ourselves. Like, I was literally sitting here going off, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe this isn't God. Maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I give up. Like, I don't want this. Let me just figure out like another plan or whatever, or just, because this ain't it. Because I was sitting here thinking, like, if it wasn't God, like, if it was God, why wouldn't it be easy? But then I remembered, like, okay, like, life isn't always going to be all, you know, rainbows and butterflies and all this other stuff. And sometimes we have to fight, you know what I'm saying? And once I'm like, wait, I know for a fact this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I know for a fact everything that's happening right now is not, it's not God's fault. You know what I'm saying? God does allow certain things to happen, and, you know, he doesn't put more on us than what we can bear. And I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, okay, God, like, give me the strength to, one, keep my mouth shut so I'm not blocking my blessings, but two, so my heart can stay pure, because sometimes that's what the enemy wants us to do. He wants our computers and our internet and us trying to submit paperwork, everything that we're trying to do, or whatever it is you're trying to get done, especially when you're making the first steps towards giving birth, when you're going through labor, when you're going through birthing pains. Like, yo, like, it's not freaking easy, okay? Like, you have to push, and you have to keep going, and you have to keep going until the baby comes out, right? Physically, it's the same thing spiritually, and it's like the same thing when we are birthing businesses, birthing, you know, our passions and everything that's on the inside of us. You know what I'm saying? There is going to be resistance sometimes, and sometimes that's like the sign, you know, that you are headed in the right direction. Because it's like, if I wasn't heading in the right direction, I'm not going to say it wouldn't be easy, but it wouldn't have had to make me fight. It wouldn't have had to make me sit here and remember why I'm doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't have had to talk myself up and be like, no, Tia, this is what we're not doing. We're not giving up. We're not going to let the enemy overtake our mind. We're not going to let him control our thoughts, because once he has our thoughts and our emotions, it's a wrap. And I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of being depressed. I'm tired of, like, dealing with anxiety. I'm tired of being oppressed. I am tired of, you know, like, being in bondage in my mind. Granted, God has brought me a very, very, very long way, but I understand you can't, you know, get stronger without lifting weights. Just like when you're in the gym, if you want to build nice muscles, you know, your girl ain't got no muscles, you know what I'm, not yet anyway, but either way, it's like, just like when you're in the gym and you're working out and you're trying to tone up, you're just trying to gain muscle, you can't do it without lifting weights. And you can't keep sitting here working with a 5-pound weight expecting to get huge diesel muscles, right? It's the same thing in our faith. It's the same thing in our walk. And it's just kind of like, you have to push, you know what I'm saying? Even with the Motivational Tuesday I did, sometimes you have to push yourself because nobody else is going to do it for you. It's the same thing. And I'm like, okay, God, you gave me this Motivational Tuesday because you knew what was going to happen on Wednesday, because he already saw everything. He's seen the beginning from the end, right? Okay, so therefore it's like, God, you had me talk about this Tuesday because you knew what I was going through the next day. But with me being in my mind, being in the flesh, not really checking in with God like I probably should have, and really grounded myself in the beginning when I first started having thoughts in my head that everything is going wrong. Sometimes we speak stuff over ourselves. I might even want to sit here and lie to y'all. When I first started experiencing, like, after the third issue I was having on Wednesday, I'm like, okay, you know what? How come everything is going wrong that could possibly go wrong, right? What happened after that? Things got worse after I said that out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being more cautious and holding myself more accountable to what I'm saying and to what I'm thinking, because I understand that our thoughts, right, you know, end up going into our heart and, like, coming out through our mouths. And once it comes out of your mouth, you can either speak life or death, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just trying to be so cautious, because it's just like, okay, like, that was just, you know, training. Like, as soon as, like, usually, like, when I have, like, a bad thought, you know, I'll pray and I'm like, no, like this is not what we're doing. But Wednesday, my guard was down. And it's just a reminder, like we always have to have our guards up when it comes to our mind. You know what I'm saying? This is the number one place you should have freedom in. But this is the number one place that most people are suffering, is in their mind. Granted, some people are like, oh, well, you know, I have a heart issue. But guess what? If it was not here first, it cannot manifest here, and it can't manifest through all the other areas of your life. This right here is the gate, right? So that's why we have to be mindful of what we're seeing, what we're hearing, who we're connected to, who we're receiving from. You know what I'm saying? What kind of company are you keeping? If you're constantly around people who are sitting here talking down, being negative, you are a fool to think that that is not going to come and try to attach itself to you. Because how can you be surrounded by negativity 24/7, having people like, oh yeah, you know, it's always one thing after another? That's my number one biggest thing I hate people saying, because as soon as I hear somebody say, oh, it's always one thing after another, I'm like, nope, I rebuke that, and those words have to fall down at the feet of Jesus. Because guess what? That's what we're not doing. And no, it's not cool. It's not okay. It's not going to fly here. You might want to speak death over yourself. That's fine. That is on you. But don't bring that over here with me. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, you know, have grace and mercy towards people. I understand, you know, not everybody is, you know, like a deep, you know, relationship with God, or they can still be like a babe in Christ. That's okay. You know, pray for them, cover them. But you have to understand, you can't go to everybody with your business if you know they are not speaking life over you. If they're always negative, they're always speaking death over a situation. Not saying like, oh, I hope this person died, not that, but just negativity where it kills your dreams. Sometimes you can't even tell people nothing. Okay? You just can't. I know there's certain people in life that I just can't go to and talk to about certain things, because it's going to be negative, or they're going to try to talk me out of it. Point blank, period. Like, there's nothing wrong, you know, but are those really the people that need to be at your table at the same time? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes our friends and stuff, family can go through seasons. That doesn't mean you just throw people away. And one thing I realized, like, you have to be mindful on who you cut off, and you need to make sure you're hearing from God clearly. Now, if somebody is toxic and they're constantly abusive, constantly manipulative, you need to cut them off. There's no point in them still being here in your life. You know what I'm saying? If they want to go off, you know, let them go off, let them do them. Don't try to sit here and hold people in your life that don't need to be there. You know what I'm saying? And if God wants that friendship, that relationship restored, boom, it's going to come back. But you gonna be whole and they gonna be whole, because right now y'all aren't who y'all are supposed to be. Friendships, relationships, okay, whatever. But you just have to be careful. And that's one thing, like, I'm just being more cautious of. And I've even been, you know, I'm not gonna say harsh, but I've been very more blunt with my friends when I hear them talking about things to me. I'm like, no, stop. This is what we're not talking about. This is what we're not doing. And one thing I have to realize, I have to do that with myself more. Granted, I do it, but sometimes when I'm really emotional and I did not ground myself and I did not catch myself, oh no, I gotta be able to snap back quicker than what I did, because Wednesday was a real eye-opener for me. Like, I wasted so much time on complaining. I wasted so much time on crying. But if I would have just grounded myself like I needed to when I first felt myself get off, so I could, like, backtrack, like, okay, wait, how did I get here? Like, I was just so happy, so excited. How did I get here where I'm literally crying my eyes out, snot coming out of my nose, and I'm stressed out? I don't know what to do. I locked the door, my bedroom door. You know what I'm saying? My mom came up in here because I had left laundry in the dryer, and she put in the laundry basket thing, and she told me to come get it, and I forgot about it. So then when she brought it to me, she's like, girl, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing. And then I had a nasty attitude towards her that I didn't need to have, all because I did not catch myself when I first started having bad thoughts, and I let something stupid come out of my mouth that manifested, point blank, period. Because literally, as soon as I said, after those 2 to 3 things that happened initially, that honestly weren't even that serious to everything else that ended up happening, literally, I did that to myself because I was letting my emotions, I really was. And that's why it's so important for us to be constantly in control of our emotions and not letting our emotions control us. But that starts with your mind. That start really being a gatekeeper of your mind. Really asking God, like, God, I need you to show me. I need you to reveal to me. Holy Spirit, correct me immediately as soon as I have a negative thought. Have a red warning sign come up in my head, so I'm like, no, like, this is not what's going to happen. Because the more you think about something, you meditate on it, then your emotions start feeling some type of way. Then before you know it, you're speaking those things outside of your mouth. So you guys, I love y'all so much. Sorry for the yelling and sorry for like all the hand movements, but that's how I get sometimes. And for y'all that know me, y'all know this is how I am. But I love you guys so much. I really hope this video helps y'all, it blesses y'all, and it really shows y'all like, hey, there is so much more that I can be doing. And what I'm doing, just because I'm getting resistance, does not mean it's not God, especially when you know it's something that you're supposed to be doing. Honey boo boo child, the enemy don't want you to win. He don't want you taking those first steps, because once you start taking those first steps, he cannot stop you. So I love you guys so much. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. I hope 2020 ends out so bombly for you guys. And I just pray that the Lord continues to bless you, keep you in peace, whatever you may be dealing with, whatever you may be struggling with. And I really hope that he shows himself to you all like never before. And I will see y'all later. Okay, bye.